I was out with my mother when our first B&B guest, Tony, arrived at the house. I was eager to get back to see how he was settling in.
Cian was making a sandwich. That's like a hobby of his. He never cooks, but making a sandwich is like a full-time job for him.
Sometimes it'll start out as lunch, but it'll be dinner by the time he's done.
Megan arrived back home just as I was layering on mustard and mayonnaise on a particularly intriguing 4 lettuce and braised beef sandwich.
Well?
She said, "Yeah, I'm good, thanks."
Not you. Did Tony arrive?
Oh yeah, he's upstairs.
Well, what's he like?
I started before realising what Megan would do if I said the word fine.
A pained expression came over Cian's face.
Yeah, he's a kind of, he's sort of, like he's in a grand kind of way.
Okay, what did you talk about?
Wind turbines, I think? Megan asked how we'd ended up talking about wind turbines, but I honestly couldn't remember, so...
I knocked on the door of the spare room. There was a pause, and then the door opened a crack. Tony poked his head out, obscuring the room behind him. He was very average looking, if that makes sense, and he wore a wary expression. I wanted to engage him in conversation, welcome him into our home, make him feel comfortable. Hi.
Hi.
Was all he said. I'm Megan. I just thought I'd introduce myself. Nothing. Not even a nod. Okay, I'll just leave you to it. And he instantly just shut the door. I didn't know what to do, so I just turned around to go. But as soon as I did, I heard a weird sound coming from inside the room. It was like a grinding, lilting, sort of squeaking sound, but I was with a raspy bit. I'm sorry now, I'm bad at describing noises. It's been a problem for years.
My mind filled with images of what it could be. Some sort of sex contraption, or a bird of prey, or a drug manufacturing machine, or I don't know, it was something that was very, very...
She came back into the kitchen looking kind of worried. Megan straightens the sides of her hair when she looks worried. It's kind of cute. Well?
Yeah, fine.
She said, "Everything okay?"
He seems fine.
Obviously, I couldn't let Cian know that Tony was a total weirdo, because then he would have known that I made the wrong choice of guest and he would have won. Yeah, we would have been safer, but he would have won.
Megan was acting weird for the rest of the day. She was jumpy. Suddenly she would just stop whatever she was doing and she would just start listening. I couldn't hear whatever it was that she was listening for. Later on, I caught her in the loo.
I was washing my hands when I heard more weird noises coming through the wall from the spare room.
It was like a very quiet boom, and then a tinkle that was like a piano that was drunk.
I put my ear up to the wall, but it was still too muffled. I looked around and I saw a vase that Cian's mother had given us. That whole family seemed to take a "it's fine" approach to furnishings. I grabbed the vase, tossed out the flowers and held it up to the wall.
I could just about hear Tony talking, but it was hard to make out.
There was something about going to plan. If it came to it, he'd meet the FO in the park, and that he had both of them in his sights. I strained to hear more, but that's when Cian came barging into the room.
Megan jumped when I came into the bathroom. I was about to apologise for not fixing the lock when I said I would, but then I noticed something behind her back.
Cian asked me what I was doing. Like I always have to be doing something. Sometimes I'm not doing things. Sometimes I'm just being. Nothing.
Megan, are you spying on our guest?
Okay. Yeah. In this particular case, I was doing something. I was spying on our guest. But it's the way he presumes that I'm always up to something. No. Why would I be spying on our guest? He's perfectly fine.
Then what's with the vase? I said.
What vase? This. I was just having a glass of water. Couldn't find a regular glass. It was very refreshing. Cian just looked at me.
Please don't act weird. Okay, we need to get a good review.
Not acting weird. Why would I be acting weird? There's nothing out of the ordinary going on here.